So you'd be dealing with people. Target down.
Damn, I'm still cool as a cucumber. Those game faces on. Don't worry!
All right, as usual, normal day programs. Let's get that out of the way. As usual, you don't stream for a bit, and then everything's broken when you come back. Twitch not working. OBS doing some weird things. It's madness. It's madness and craziness. Anyway, finally, for the first time in ages. Turn that off. There we go. First time in ages. It's a game I want to play. Star Trek game. I'm a big Trekkie. Look, you've got my badge. I've got my badge on. Me 3D badge. Doesn't quite show up. Anyway. Getting good reviews this game. Not bad. And it looks good. It looks right up my alley. Story-based. Telltale style. Story-based. Adventure. Point-and-click adventure game. Something like that. I'm not sure. I haven't watched much about it. Didn't want to spoil myself. Let's get into it. Player. Empty slot. Okay, begin. This is a dramatic lab's adventure. The relations and events you're about to experience will be shaped by the choices you make. Hang on a second. We need to do this. Boom. There we go. The decisions I make. Absolutely. 30 FPS cutscene. Great. I love 30 FPS. It makes my eyes hurt and gives me a headache.
Captain's log, stardate 57931.4. The crew is restless. After spending too many months piecing our ship back together, we're finally about to venture out on a new mission. And the crew isn't letting this unprecedented ion storm slow them down. They're ready
Kent
for something
Mudel.
new. I know I am. Perhaps more than any of them. Fortunately, nothing ever stays the same. It's entropy, the nature of the universe. Change is inevitable. And while entropy says order gives way to chaos, in this case, change is good. Our new first officer is en route to the Resurgence. Jara Ryder. You know she'll bring a welcome dose of new blood to the crew. While entropy says order.
Oh no, it's a plasma electrical storm. Shields! Oh. Nice.
Thanks.
No problem.
Wait, is this really 30 FPS?
I'm not great with flying. But these little
You're
shuttles...
supposed to make you don't close your eyes. I've seen worse. Don't close your eyes.
Here's a tip. Don't close your eyes. You'd think that would make it easier, but it only makes it worse. Look out the window, pick a star, and just focus on that.
I'll give it a try.
Ah, he will remember that. Yeah, maybe don't smile.
Sorry, I'm a little anxious.
I hadn't noticed.
I'm on my way.
Really
to
not
my
get to the
first
settings?
When we get to the starbase, I'm transferring on to the Resolute.
So am I.
It won't be
So am I.
to step in at the 11th hour like this. But if she's half the officer I knew she could become when she was a cadet at Starfleet Academy, she'll be the XO this ship needs right now.
A Star Trek Resurgence. Really? I still can't get to the settings? No, Alt-Tab out? No, it pauses it. And yet the music kept going. Change of station. Human. No pause yet. Check in at security. Oh, there we go. Can I not get to the settings, please? It's space. Space is the settings. God dang. Alright, really? Anyway, we want... I've already put the dialogue thing. So this game's just very soft. I'll just have to turn the headphones up then. And hope that it's loud enough on the stream. Check in at security. How do I... Has it saved at all? Do we know? I guess this is where we find out. We go main menu and find out if we go back. Settings. No way. It's 30 FPS? I need to Google that. That can't be right. Where is a web browser? Star Trek Resurgence 30 FPS? Question mark? It's locked to 30 FPS. God dang. Well, I guess I'm just gonna have a headache. Is there a workaround? Alright, okay. Apparently there is an ini file, so we're going to try that. We're going to try that. Bear with me. Bear with me. I don't like 30 FPS, let me tell you. Where would this ini file be then? Alright, it's PC. Program files. What is this rubbish? It's Epic, right, Epic Games. There we go. Jesus Christ. Binary, content, certificates. God almighty. Oh my goodness. Everything's in just a ridiculous... Where would it be? Saved? Config? Manifest.ini. Nope. Programs. Extras. No. Content. No. Binaries. Where this guy tells you how to do it, but it just tells you doesn't tell you where the ini files. In game user settings.ini. God dang, man. God dang. Why is this showing me the Epic thing? Window title must match. Thank you. Alright, what else could we possibly do to find this? Search. .ini. Yeah, there's only that. So there is, that file does not exist. You meant to create it. Star Trek Resurgence fix GitHub. Win64 folder. What? This was... Oh, that is Win64. Alright. Get latest version. Where is it? There it is. Open file. Extract to game folder. Browse. Desktop. No. See program files, wherever the hell it is. Epic Resurgence. Select folder. Extract. Did that go in the right spot then? Yes, it did. See, Star Trek Returning fix ini to force it just fix. There it is. Open with Notepad. Fix and uncap FPS. True. Cool. Uncap. You're right. Cool. Cool. Let's find out if I've broken it. Let's go. Let's go. Stolen my mouse. Probably shouldn't go into the settings then. Is it showing the game? There we go. Nice. See where it puts us. It puts us back at the beginning. That's fine. We'll see if... Okay, I've got 250 frames per second about it, apparently. But it may have messed things up, you know? That is so much better. Alright, there you go. Oh, there we go. There we go. Now we hang on, wait. I wanted to move myself. No, wrong thing. Over to the corner. There we go.
Stardate 57931.4. The crew is restless. After spending too many months piecing our ship back together, we're finally about to venture out on a new mission. And the crew isn't letting this unprecedented ion storm slow them down. They're ready for something different. I know I am.
Perhaps more than any of them.
Fortunately, nothing ever stays the same. It's entropy, the nature of the universe. Change is inevitable. And while entropy says order gives way to chaos, in this case, change is good. Our new first officer is en route to the Resolute. Jara Rydek. I know she'll bring a welcome dose of new blood to the crew.
Alright, so it's not reckon the quick time events, because that was what there must be a reason why they locked it to 30.
I'm not great with flying. But
Don't close your eyes.
Are the worst.
Here's a tip, don't close your eyes. You'd think that would make it easier, but it only makes it worse. Look out the window, pick a star, and just focus on that.
I'll give it a try.
Dude.
Sorry, I'm a little anxious.
I hadn't noticed.
I'm on my way to my first assignment. When we get to the starbase, I'm transferring on to the Resolute.
So am I.
So am I. So am I.
Step in at the 11th hour like this. But if she's half the officer I knew she could become when she was a cadet at Starfleet Academy, she'll be the XO this ship needs right now.
Can I pause? I can. Oh my god, that's so good. Hang on. Minor adjustment. Change of station. Episode 1. Excuse me. 30 FPS. God dang. Get rid of that shit. Check in at security. Alright, so we're sad to move. And there wasn't anything for changing this. The mouse speed either was there. God, our controls. What? No, I pressed escape. I was not meant to press escape. Really? Escape takes you back to the menu? Why? Can I pause? Can I please? Can I please skip through this now? Keyboard, is there a skip? Pause. Pause is enter apparently. I'm pressing space. Oh, don't press escape. Resume. Who made this shit? And now I have to watch this whole thing again? Resume. Enter. There's no skip. Alright, we watch it for a third time. I mean, this is our life now. Don't go into the menus.
Captain's log, stardate 57931.4.
No.
The crew is restless.
No. Alright, well, we just be patient.
Piecing our ship back together. Finally about to venture out on a new mission.
A new mission.
The crew isn't letting this unprecedented ion storm slow them down. They're ready for something different.
I'll tell you what, this better be the story of a lifetime.
More than any of them.
This is rubbish.
Fortunately,
UI-wise.
it's entropy, the nature of the universe. Change is inevitable. And while entropy says order gives way to chaos, In this case, change is good.
I'm not yawning, you're yawning. We're having to watch this for the 18th time. With the arrow
New
keys.
first officer is en route to the Resolute. Jara Rydek. I know she'll bring a welcome dose of new blood to the crew.
Why would they be flying next to that thing on the way to a space station? That makes no sense.
Thanks.
No problem.
We just built a space station right next to a nebula with an electrical storm.
But these little shuttles are the worst.
Here's a tip. Don't close your eyes. You'd think that would make it easier, but it only makes it worse. Look out the window, pick a star, and just focus on that.
I'll give it a try. Sorry.
What species is she? I thought she was Bajoran, but she doesn't have the earring things.
When we get to the starbase, I'm transferring on to the Resolute.
So am I.
So is she. So are we all. So say we all.
Step in at the 11th hour like this. But if she's half the officer I knew she could become when she was a cadet at Starfleet Academy, she'll be the XO this ship needs right now.
She may not be the XO the ship wants, but she is the XO the ship needs. I don't say sabotage. You say sabotage. I say sabotage. You know what? I feel like watching the whole intro again. Let's accidentally press escape or something. That's so bad. If I press escape in the menu, it takes me back to the main menu. There's no menus. Leave the menus alone. Alright, let's go. Let's go. We're just gonna go to where we're checking in at security. Dude, there's motion blur as well. Yo, my dude.
Commander? I'm not usually such a nervous wreck, by the way. I actually did well at the academy.
Oh yeah?
Maybe you've heard of the Torvalin test?
Oh yeah.
Sounds familiar.
It's a tactical simulator that makes the Kobayashi Maru look like a picnic on Pintaris 5.
Ah.
Anyway, I finished in the top 20. Not just in my class. I mean, all time. In the history
Very
of
impressive.
the academy.
Really? That's quite impressive.
Thank you. It was tough. But you know, I set my mind to it and it paid off.
Please place your hand here.
No.
Hold it there for a few seconds.
Oh wow. That's so. I'm having to move my mouse about 8. So I think maybe it's controller. Maybe it's controller. Hang on. Can I just switch to controller? That is slow as well. I guess it's just meant to be slow. I prefer mouse and keyboard, to be perfectly honest with you. Alright, bring the keyboard back here. Alright, scan hand.
Welcome, Commander Rydek.
Wait,
Oh, Cobliad.
You absolutely crushed the
Oh no.
Torvalin test.
Top 20 my ass. I'm number 1.
You finished in what, like the top 3?
That would be me.
Now I'm really... It's an honor to meet you, Commander. Sorry, I didn't realize before.
The pleasure is mine.
I came off the shuttle and was glad to be on solid ground.
The pleasure's mine, Ensign.
Paul Calloway.
Good to meet you.
If that is your real name.
Commander Ermot is expecting you. He's in the concourse just ahead.
See you on the
Commander
Resolute.
Ermot. Right, of course. Captain Ermot. God, it's so... Why is the view so fast and yet the moving is so slow? I want to know what my, excuse me, can you scan me again? What was I? Corbion? Half human, half Corbion or something? Let me through. Let me through. Whoa. Broken it already. God dang. Alright, well, the mouse view is going to be extremely fast. That's just how it is. You are ear. I want to take off the motion blur. What I want, don't press escape, is to know whether I can save or not. How do I know when it's safe? Do not press escape. My whole being wants to... Yeah, how you doing? What is wrong? Alright, okay. Storm report. I see. Well, that explains why we're in an ionic storm. I guess. Doesn't explain why we built a starbase there, but... Oh, arrivals. Can I zoom in? I can't. Strategic applications, command tech center, expedite initiatives. My god, who wrote this? I guess corporate wank speak is still alive and well in the 22nd century or 23rd century, whatever century we're in here.
If I remember my briefing, Commander Ermont is a Bolian.
A Bolian?
For someone with blue skin.
Blue skin, you say? Why is she so close to the camera? Hello, are you a Bolian? Lost crewman.
Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm just... Well, I'm not sure where my departure dock is. The Resolute's gonna leave it without me.
Look here. The Resolute is leaving from this dock.
Ah, you're right. Nerves must be getting to me.
Oh, is the entire crew morons?
Thanks so much, Commander.
My god, or is that the same guy? Is that the same guy? Paul Galloway? I remember his name, I've forgotten her name though. The green person. Oh, there he is, he's over there. I see the blue Bolian. He's playing Tempting Bowling, because he's a Bolian. Hello!
Starbase 128 has 4 docks.
4? Is that it? 4 docks, you say? Alright, what are you two conspiring to do? You look suspicious.
Have you seen a Bolian around here?
Yes, sir. Right back there, near the replicator.
Yeah, alright, I already saw it.
Ah, there he is. Thank you.
Happy to help, Commander.
Why would she say where's a Bolian? She'd just say where's Captain What's-His-Face? They'd know who he was. Possibly. And then if they don't, say he's Bolian.
I'll replicate myself a meal once I'm on board.
Oh. Well, I want to eat this one here. They're not eating it. Okay.
Excuse me.
Dude. That is quite the look.
You hear the Resolute's getting a new first officer?
Oh yeah, let's hear that.
The crew got promoted?
No, get this. They're from a different
A
ship.
different ship.
Wonder how the crew feel about that.
That makes them look desperate. Is their crew that bad?
Apparently.
Yeah, not a good look.
One of them couldn't even figure out how to find the ship that he was assigned to at a fucking spaceport. In space. Oh, it's Commander Urbot.
Welcome to the edge of the galaxy, Commander Rydek. I'm Commander Jan Ermont, Operations Officer on the Resolute.
Jan Mulby.
Commander?
Why were you waiting for me on the other side of the room?
This storm isn't making anything easy for us right now.
It was fine.
I know conditions are less than ideal at the moment.
It was perfectly fine. No trouble at all.
I'm glad to hear it. We're grateful you were able to come fill our first officer vacancy at such short notice.
What?
I've heard, we're lucky you were available to us. Coming from a premier starship and all.
What have you heard?
Research
exactly have you heard about me?
First in your class at the Academy. Received the Starfleet Award of Valor during the Dominion War. Most recently, Tactical Officer and Chief of Security
On the Endeavor.
USS Endeavor.
Nice.
You've done your homework?
Like I said, we're very lucky.
Well, there she is. The greatest ship in the... I've already forgotten the name of it. The Resolute. It's the Resolute.
USS Resolute. She may not look like much compared to the bigger ships, but as far as science vessels go, she can more than hold her own. And she doesn't look so bad considering 6 months ago she was nearly cracked in half, venting plasma, fighting for her life.
It was an accident?
Equipment malfunction. An accident suggests fault, but... no
An accident does not suggest fault. That's what an accident is.
pushed beyond its limits. It destabilized the dilithium, there was a runaway reaction, and the warp bubble deformed.
Ah, the damn warp bubble.
We thought we could reach a higher resonant frequency, but it was more than she could handle. Cost us our first officer and 22 of our crew. At the end of the day, we're all responsible for each other.
I'm sorry for your loss.
That's what it means to be a crew.
I can't even begin to imagine what that must have been like for you. I'm so sorry for your loss.
Thank you. It does weigh heavy. There are some things you can't forget.
How's the crew now?
It's been 6 months. What's the attitude among the crew now?
Unsettled. But I hope that a new mission will help them move forward.
Why does he keep looking in the camera?
Listen. I realize you've known Captain Solana for quite some time, and I'm sure you're ready to bring your best. But I should warn you that when the captain announced you would be the new first officer, there were those who felt it was a mistake, that he should have promoted from within. So you might want to tread lightly at first. Until
Thanks for the heads up.
value your contributions as much as he does.
Thank you. Always good to have a sense for what you're walking into.
I just thought you ought to know.
I appreciate it.
Starfleet has assigned us a high-priority mission to the Hotari region. I'll let the captain brief you on board. I know he's eager to see you.
What? Oh, I see. Calloway was grateful for Jarrah's really nervous on the shuttle flight. Good first impression with Commander Ermot, coming off as inquisitive and appreciative while showing empathy for what the crew of the Resolute suffered. Breh. Breh. Don't press escape. Okay. A resume.
Will we be mission ready in time?
We have every intention. The crew has been working around the clock to get the ship ready. There's still so much to do.
Does that mean it's saving? Yes, that might have been a save. Ah, press W. Stuck. Locked.
Okay, just the thing.
Find the plasma torch. Oh my god, the plasma torch. ODN recupula. Cupula. Hyperspanner. Interphasic coil spanner. Alright, hang on. Pause. Fix something in OBS. There we go. Now, is there any other settings on this thing that I just installed? Can I get rid of the motion blur? Where did it install again? Alright, this PC. Epic. Open. Fix aspect ratio, fix FOV, uncap FPS, disable... Oh, there it is, disables motion blur. Has it saved, do you think? I have to risk it. For the biscuit. I've got to get rid of this motion blur, I hate it. If I have to do all of that again, then by God will I do all of that again. Disable motion blur, true. Disables depth of field. I don't mind depth of field. I just don't like Additional FOV. What does that mean? I still have the page here. What does that mean? Configuration, known issues, please any issues. Correct FOV scaling no matter what resolution you use. Do I? But it just, Find FOV. Not once mentioned. Okay, great. Let's go additional FOV 50. I mean, it looks like about, no, hang on, no. It looks like a 70, 75 FOV, and I like 90. So let's go add pointing. Save that. Relaunch. See if I've broken everything. Yes, yes. Is it going to be there? It thinks I'm using the controller, but that's right. I'm pressing W and it's working. Oof, stuck. Yay, no more motion blur. What if I look at what some of the others? Interphasic core spanner.
Need to melt some corrosion, not just a plasma injector.
Okay.
Hyper spanner does almost everything, except what I need right now.
Got it. Hang on a second, I need to close that window there. Resume, don't press escape.
Need to rewire the optical data network. Just need to burn this gunk off.
Fair enough. Yeah, plasma torch. Nice. Clear the corrosion. Vaporize. Oh, I see. Yeah, okay. Beginning to think it might be better on controller, but we'll see. We'll just be belligerent and stick with it for the time being. Even though I don't have much room on my mouse pad. All too easy. Oh, nice. Beautiful. And then we pull it out. Fuck yeah. That thing. Oh, and a brand new that thing. W it in. What is that? D. D. Oh, plus it's that. Okay. Oh, it wanted me to do something on the D-pad on the controller. But it's just a plus sign. The lower decks.
I thought that thing was totally fried.
It was. I fixed it. Because I'm a genius.
Nice work, Carter.
Nothing to it, Nilly.
Nilly! Silly Nilly!
Not a moment too soon. The boss wants us down in engineering. Like, now.
Okay. Alright, hang on. Have I messed up the FPS now? Put that back on so I can see. Is that a better FOV? I think it is. Still feels like there's motion blur. Sure.
What's the problem?
We need to test this cargo transporter. I've never been that great with the signal plotting.
I got it. No problem.
I got it. No problem. Select waypoints to create a path through the ionic interference. The line connecting the points will lose stability if it passes through the interference. The yellow bar indicates the stability of your path. When full, you will succeed. Use mouse to aim and hold that to select and drag waypoints. Okay.
Come on.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Oh, okay, I got you. I got you. Alright, gotcha, gotcha. Then this one can go up here like that. And there we go. Now what do I do?
Carter Diaz.
How do I now move? What? How do I now select? How do I go forward? Press a button somewhere?
Hurry up.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Select waypoints. When full, you will succeed. The yellow bar indicates the stability of your ride. How is that not full? Oh, there we go.
No sweat.
All too easy.
Hey, buddy, get off the pad.
Alright, well, we just teleported him to somewhere else.
Time's a-wasting.
Don't tell Chovak.
Not a word.
Why was I teleporting that from my... What? Wait, what? What else have we got here? Oh, it's toggle. Okay. Oh, I'd rather just wander around, see if there's anything to look at. Nice, let's just jump off the end of the ship. Oh, nice.
The storm looks pretty bad. Just another reason why we need to get this ship ready.
Damn straight. Damn straight we need to get this ship ready. Alright, let's go. We'll jog around. We'll jog around. Let's not take all day. So why was I moving these boxes from that teleporter to this teleporter? Stop checking out your shoes and get back to work. Oh, hello. Move probe. Why am I moving the probe? Oh, yeah. Oh, we're doing our workouts. Oh, man.
Oh, these are heavier than they look. Makes more sense than 0G. You're welcome.
What? Did this guy ask me to do something?
So clean I can see myself. And you know what? Not half bad.
Ah, and modest too. Okay, okay. Wait, what was this person doing? Yeah.
Everything okay?
I dropped a non-ferrous connector between the coils. I have to remove a few of them to find it, and then...
Whew, then another hour of recalibrating. Ouch. I'll leave you to it.
Love to help you out, but I ain't gonna. What are you doing? Sir? Sir? Sir, look at me. What are you looking at? What is your job? What are you doing? Oh my god, he's stoned out of his fucking gourd. Bro, Jesus Christ, the drugs of the future must be good. May I help you? No? Nothing? Alright. Alright. Yeah, I'm coming. I'm coming. I know I'm wasting time. You know. Ah, I'm going this way. Oh, apparently I'm not going this way.
Hey, don't let LT catch you blocking the corridors like this.
Yeah, good
Clear it
point.
up once we finish the delicate work. Good looking out, though.
Yeah, makes no sense.
Good to see her fully operational again.
God dang, ain't it?
We'll just fix her.
Ain't it just the greatest? Dude, you're walking backwards.
Not after the retrofit. Bulkhead cuts it off at section 2. New computer reroutes.
So then,
I'm thinking we'll have to do the work in that tube, then take the turbo lift from Section 2 to Section 3.
well, wait, there's a subfloor crossover around Junction 32E.
What do you have against using the turbo lift?
Nothing, I just like being in the tubes. It's my domain.
I'll bet you like being in the tube. Goddamn weirdo.
Hey, need any help? Okay, good luck.
Everyone. What ship am I on? It's just everyone's smashed off their gourd. Let's go. Let's try and find someone who isn't completely insane.
I heard the new XO just arrived. Won't be long before we get underway. I just hope whatever Chovak called us down for, it's something good. I can never tell with him. I'd rather not end up degaussing plasma manifolds.
We can handle anything.
You and me working together, we can tackle anything he throws at us.
Your optimism is positively contagious.
She a krill? Trill? What were they called? Trills?
Looks like we got here before.
Lieutenant Commander Chovak.
We were just looking for you, Commander.
Petty Officers Ed Solar, Diaz. I was beginning to think you would be late. We are all hands on deck right now, which means if you are not at your post at the appointed time, I do not have someone to replace you. A point I have been forced to make to Petty Officer Edsolar on repeated
So we're irreplaceable.
So you're saying we're irreplaceable, Commander?
That is one interpretation. Another would be that I would replace you if I could. You can interpret as you see fit.
Wow.
So,
A Vulcan asshole.
Down here to check in before we go off duty.
Equip yourselves in EV suits to work on the exterior of the hull. I need you to tune the structural integrity field for optimal performance. The subspace distortions and ionic interference we are experiencing are preventing the proper calibration. But this ship must be ready to depart shortly, despite the storm. The precise nature of these disturbances are not fully understood.
We'll be ready.
But many systems have been affected by the wide band of emissive activity.
Whatever it throws at us, we'll be ready. We've got the best chief engineer in the fleet.
I am a Vulcan, Mr. Diaz. Flattery is not necessary. All that I require is that you do your job. Right now, that entails critical preparations, because long-range sensors show that these disturbances will be more severe at our destination, the Hotari system.
The Hotari system.
You have your orders. Do not delay.
Yes,
Roger
Commander
that.
Chovak. All hands on deck.
What's that?
All hands on deck. That's what Chovak said. You know what that means? It means this ship isn't ready to go out, and the brass know it. So they're throwing every warm body at it. And
So it's on us now.
Schedule. Consequences be damned.
It all comes down to us, Nelly. We're the ones who will get it ready.
I know what we can do. But this isn't just any old refit or any old relaunch.
Oh, whoa.
Motherfucker.
Excuse me.
Which way you going, kid?
A lot of new faces coming on board. It's gotta be tough coming as a replacement. That's for sure.
Give them a chance.
They seem all right. Something that happened 6 months ago while they were off on another ship? Well, that's nothing to hold against them.
Yeah, you're right. I guess getting a little new blood on board doesn't hurt. Hold on. Now there's an old face I didn't expect to see again. Hey, Miranda!
You weren't gonna leave without me, were you?
Miranda, you're here?
We thought you were staying on the Adirondack.
Transfer came in at the last minute, so I figured I'd slum it on this bucket of bolts. Looks like you got her back together pretty nicely. I wasn't
Welcome
sure what to
aboard.
expect.
I'm gonna take the high road here, pretend you didn't say that, and welcome you aboard.
He's a better diplomat than I am.
He still owes me a bottle of Saurian brandy. Don't think I forgot.
Oh yeah, it's coming back to me now.
Maybe Carter can rustle up that bottle and we can give you a proper welcome. As soon as we wrap up this quick little spacewalk.
Alright, give me that.
Let me help you.
Thanks.
So what's the word? Are you back in the security rotation?
Yep. Still running with the usual suspects.
Whoa.
Good to go. See you on the other side.
Not if I see you first. Activate boots. Nice. Space. Dang. God dang. God dang. Let's go. What you doing there? Person whose name I've forgotten already.
Have you never gets old.
Let's go.
I can deal with the stutters. The stutters are fine. And it was so much better already. And I had to download a fix. God dang. An unauthorized thing that will probably stop working the next time they update this. We all know how it goes. All hands.
Captain Solano should be here momentarily.
Aye, aye, Captain.
You'll have to forgive me, I don't know much about Kobleons. But my understanding is you need a steady supply of duridium to keep your cell structure stabilized, or bad things start to happen.
Right.
And we have
Duridium.
duridium in sickbay, so there's no risk of running out.
Thank you.
Feel free to make yourself at home. And help yourself to whatever you like from the replicator.
Sure. I will. Tea, Earl Grey, cold.
We'll be out there
Beautiful.
soon. Going where no one has gone before.
Well, someone probably has gone before. Train.
He's still got a thing for trains. The warp engines of their day, apparently.
Apparently. What, they don't have trains anymore? Pretty sure they do.
I can't believe he keeps this around. Don't even know where mine is.
Yeah, well, it'll all be digital, surely. Surely.
Just a sip of something.
Well, I did say tea.
Tea.
Cold.
That's lovely.
Jara Rydek. Last time I saw you, it was graduation from the academy. You'd already secured one of the most prestigious assignments possible. And you were burning with enough ambition to fuel 7 trips around the Necrit Expanse.
My God, the chin on this man.
I could not be happier to have you on the Resolute. The only regret is that we couldn't provide you with a warmer welcome. The arrival of a first officer to her new ship deserves a bit of fanfare.
Let's just get to work.
But, unfortunately, we've had our hands full with the refit.
You can spare me the pomp and circumstance. There's plenty of work to be done without all that.
You always had a work ethic like nothing I'd ever seen. That's just what this ship needs at the moment. As I'm sure you've heard, we've had a rough go of it these last 6 months. The ship suffered some damage, but not nearly as much as the crew.
Do you mean the accident?
I assume you mean the accident.
That's right. The tragic accident, really. We were on the verge of a major scientific breakthrough. A quantum leap forward in warp core technology. 10,000 teradynes per second. The ability to travel at a sustained rate of speed longer and faster than we ever dreamed. What would have been the crowning achievement of my career. Right there. Within our grasp. Until it all went so horribly wrong. We pushed her too hard, and a warp core malfunction overloaded the system, creating a pressure gradient way beyond what the ship could handle.
Damn those pressure gradients.
It was heartbreaking. We lost some of our best people. As captain, I have to take full responsibility. It was my decision to make.
Yeah.
I have to live with the consequences.
The crew knew the risks.
We all know the risks when we sign up. There are no guarantees. As much as we tell ourselves otherwise.
True. But as captain, my job is to
Yeah, I doubt you'd still be captain. And even if it was an accident.
And that's where I failed. In my defense, I will say I might have avoided the whole ordeal if my senior staff had been...
Ah, so you blame people who were dead.
A lot of pushback from my former XO. I think that cost me his confidence. I don't want you to pull any punches. Certainly not on my account. But once we decide on a course of action, I need everyone to fully commit to the mission. Anything short of that just won't work. And
The final decision is yours.
This is your ship, and you are the captain. So as far as I'm concerned, whatever you say, goes.
That's the kind of support I'm looking for. Look, I'll be blunt. We can't afford another mistake.
And by we, you mean you.
Or at least I can't.
Thank you. At least you're honest.
Career is hanging in the balance here. We need a win. Something to restore the crew's confidence.
I understand.
On a more positive note, Starfleet has tasked us with what they're calling a mission of the highest priority. Escorting a senior diplomat to Hotari space. Two previously peaceful and otherwise non-aggressive civilizations now find themselves on the brink of all-out war.
So it's a peacekeeping mission.
I see it as a golden opportunity to not only prove what the Resolute and her crew are truly capable of, but also a mission for which we're uniquely qualified. This ionic storm. Our long-range sensors suggest it's several orders of magnitude stronger than anything on record. A total anomaly like nothing we've seen before. And you'll never guess where it leads.
The Hotari system.
Exactly. Very nearly in the precise location where we're headed. Where I imagine the interference will be exponentially greater.
Who is this diplomat?
But the diplomat will brief us on the details of the rendezvous.
Who is the senior diplomat we're escorting?
That I don't know. Starfleet hasn't said.
Why is he so close to the screen?
I expect we'll have some rough sledding when we arrive, so I need you to prepare the crew for the worst. There's just one more thing I want to clarify up front. The metric that for me will be the ultimate measure of your success.
What is it?
Pogs per second.
If after serving as my first officer, you don't one day find yourself with a ship of your own, then I will consider it my personal failure. When that might happen is entirely up to you. But it goes without saying. You have my
I would be honored.
It's been a dream of mine since before I can remember. So I would be honored to become a captain someday.
As long as you're willing to do the work, you have my promise. I'll do everything.
Yeah, I don't really want... You had the whole accident thing. I don't want your support.
Let me introduce you to the crew.
To the crew. Here's to the crew. Captain Solano. Captain Solano was guided by Jara's pragmatism and respect after their first meeting. Miranda felt encouraged by Carter's warm reception when she first arrived aboard the Resolute, holding out hope there might be some chemistry between them. Ooh, ah. Commander Sheriff found cheeky and cavalier when he... well, yeah, fuck it. Don't press escape. Ooh, that was close. I was pressing escape. You know what? Speaking of which, time to take a break. Be back in 3 to 5 minutes. Let us continue. Don't press escape. Gotcha. Computer, give me full control. Fire the missiles. Alright, gotcha. The LCAR's computer network. Cool. What's the point of this area? Why wouldn't the the bridge?
Everyone, if I could have your attention for a moment. I'd like to introduce Commander Jara Rydek, our new first officer. Some quick introductions. This is Lieutenant Handar, our helmsman, one of the best in the business.
One of?
Well, what he lacks in humility, he more than makes up for in ability.
A pleasure to meet you, Commander.
Likewise.
Next, we have Commander Westbrook, our Chief Science Officer. I've come to rely on his expert counsel on a regular basis.
Pleasure.
Commander Rydek, it is such an honor to meet you.
This is our tactical officer, Lieutenant Bedrosian, who's been looking forward to meeting you for about as long as I can remember.
I've been following your career for quite some time.
Goddamn stalker.
I look forward to learning as much as I can from you.
The honor is mine.
If anything, the honor is mine.
Well, I have to admit, one of the reasons I've followed your career is because you're part Kobliad, because of what you've overcome. Starfleet stands up for people who can't defend themselves, and you were one of those people once. But since then, you've done so much to protect others who need it. I really admire that. So, you've been something of an inspiration to me.
Enough
Not that
about
I've done
me.
anything close to what you've done.
That's very kind of you to say, but enough about me. We have a lot of work to do.
Oh, yes, of course.
And then, of course, you've already met Commander Ermont. Please, do everything you can to make Commander Rydek feel at home here. I'll be on the starbase. I have an urgent meeting with the starbase commander to get our authorization to get underway. If they drag their feet any longer, we won't make our rendezvous. The bridge is yours.
Goddamn straight it's mine. Computer, blow up the captain. When ready. Alright. Hang on, I just need to go check on my grandmother. Be right back. All right. What's happened to me? Why can't it see me? All right, hang on. Hang on a second. What's going on here? Why am I there? Really? I've crashed? All right, well, we reopen it. Ain't nothing working. Yeah, you did it. You did it. Beautiful. Good year. Captain's chair when ready. Hello. Oh, we can.
Operations, staffing, supplies. There's a lot to keep track of on a starship. Good thing we have Commander Ermont.
Good thing we do. L to 108.
The Resolute is a refitted Centaur class, meaning it's capable of quick maneuvers. Can't wait to see what she can do.
Cool. Doesn't get a look in. Science officer.
The Resolute is a science vessel, primarily. Might explain Commander Westbrook's attitude. I'll have to speak with him later.
He had an attitude? I didn't notice. Got nothing.
Tactical station. Hopefully a diplomatic mission won't require we use our weapons much. But if it comes to that, we'll be ready.
Oh.
So many decks. Full of crew that are now my responsibility.
Too many decks on the dance floor, that's for sure.
Communications. Keeps us in contact internally and with other vessels.
Nice. No, I'm going to take this one. That's my chair.
First officer seat. My seat. Right now, though, I need to fill in for Captain Solano.
Alright, let's go.
Commander, Chief Engineer Chovak needs to lower the structural integrity field.
Of course he
He
does.
sent a crew out to recalibrate the emitters in response to the danger posed by the storm. We just need your go-ahead.
Warp factor 9, but there's people on the outside. Warp factor 9, I said.
Permission granted.
Lowering structural integrity field, now.
Entering maintenance mode. Condition blue.
It's life, Jim, but not as we know it. Storm surge.
Looks like they turned off the SIF.
At least they explained the storm.
Get to that emitter.
It's a plot thing. God dang. God dang. Out in space.
She's still got some scars on her. It adds character.
When I joined Starfleet,
It's not really look around.
town. But this isn't exactly how I pictured it.
On the outside of the ship?
No. Sometimes it feels like we're just part of the machinery. Don't you want more than that? I mean, Starfleet is noble and all.
I got no complaints.
Still a machine.
Now, what are you complaining about? We got the best seat in the house out here. You wanted to get away. I enlisted because I didn't want to wait years just to get out and see the galaxy. I wanted to go somewhere, see new worlds, look up at a sky no one's ever seen before. Just because I'm
Fucking
picking
nice.
a hyperspanner up in a Jeffries tube today doesn't mean that's all I'll ever be.
One day I will be space god.
Yes, to Commander Chovak. We are at the SIF emitter.
As if.
You may proceed with the recalibration.
Open this. What do we need? Calibration tool.
Beginning recalibration.
Align the SIF. 2 nodes to center the circular indicators. 2 nodes to center the circular. Oh, I see. Oh. No. Missed.
Looks good. That wasn't so hard.
No, didn't miss. Uh-oh. Red light.
Commander Westbrook, right? Chief Science Officer.
You remembered my name and my rank. Impressive.
Oh, you're Commander Wanker.
Yes, I'm the Chief Science Officer, and I have the dubious honor of being the most senior officer on this bridge. I know this ship inside and out. Better than just about anyone.
So you're useful.
Well, I'm so glad you said that. Now I know exactly who to turn to when I have questions.
Questions are more Commander Ermont's territory. Captain Solano primarily relies on my knowledge and expertise when he needs answers. I'm curious, though. A Kobliad, or half in your case, is an odd choice for first officer, given your vulnerable condition and all.
Your face is a vulnerable condition.
We found ourselves in a hostile situation, and you were suddenly incapacitated because you needed an infusion. What would happen then?
Well, then someone would replace me. That's how fucking command works.
You'd leave Captain Solano without an XO. Granted, that would be a worst-case scenario.
Thanks for your concern.
But not outside the realm of possibility.
That's very kind of you to be concerned about my well-being. But you don't need to trouble yourself on my account. I'll be fine.
Well, I wouldn't say I was concerned. Just curious, that's all. Listen, can I be blunt, Commander?
You already are. Good work. No reason to stop now.
My predecessor was one of the best first officers in all of Starfleet.
Yeah, but where is he now?
He was impeccable and his reputation was without equal. I mean no disrespect, but the shoes you're stepping into are almost impossible to fill. He was loved by the crew. And
I could never fill his shoes.
I don't think I could ever replace Commander Sutherland.
My feet are huge.
Even try.
Seeing as Captain Solano is on the starbase, let me give you an update on this ion storm we're flying into.
Yeah, fucking oath.
Unusual. Unlike anything I've ever seen.
So what happened here? What happened here? Solano with courage and pragmatism. Mixed feelings about Jara's suitability as a new first officer after they first met. Well, fuck you, Westbrook. Fuck you.
At the moment, I can't tell you if the Resolute will shrug it off or if we're putting ourselves at risk. However, if we learn more about its patterns, its nature, we can come up with a scientific countermeasure. Just a moment.
The flashing red light with the alarms didn't immediately... What? Oh no. We're doomed.
A massive energy wave inbound.
On screen.
Tracing its trajectory. Starbase docking clamps are holding. The storm's emissions are fluctuating, coming in waves. And if my projections are right, we're about to get hit by a wideband burst of ionic energy. Like a tsunami. I'm reading power.
Red alert!
Red alert!
Aye.
Like a tsunami. And the captions have disappeared. Oh, there we go.
Putting sensor visualization on screen.
With the structural integrity field shut down, we can't take a direct hit.
Time to impact. 1 minute.
Shield systems are severely impacted. We have limited protection.
I need every available solution. What are our options?
We can weaken the impact of the storm with a deflector pulse.
What?
There's a better way.
I'm sending all auxiliary power to the deflector dish.
Send the aux power to the shields. We can't reactivate the entire shield bubble, but it's a directional threat. So we can orient all we have towards the wave. You have to believe me.
We only get one shot at this. We can't
Shields up.
to get it wrong.
Petrosian, get those shields up.
Rerouting power to shields. Stand by. I need a heading. We've only got one shot.
Understood. On my command.
Shields forward.
Raise shields.
This is it.
All hands. brace
Better
for
be
impact.
right that this is a better way. Stalker.
What happened?
We have experienced a surge of radiation.
Oh, you don't say.
This radiation supercharged the plasma, forcing it to backflush through the
My
system
God.
and creating a dangerous imbalance.
Blow out every primary system on the ship.
Just tell us where you need us.
I need you to traverse the hull to the access port to recalibrate the port nacelle plasma regulator.
Absolutely. We'll get onto that right away, sir. While your harmonic resonance means you're flickering.
Understood. Do you see the override for the level 1 failsafe circuits?
Sure. There it is.
Affirmative.
Engage the override. It should allow us to stop the EPS flow to the warp engine without triggering an automatic core shutdown.
Got it. Toggle interlock 1. Oh, hang on. There we go. Oh, I have to hold. Toggle interlock 2. Nice.
Failsafe override engaged.
Are you sure? I am registering some crosstalk in the bypass circuit.
Of course,
Route the
yes.
signals so they don't interfere with each other.
Got it. I'll route your signals. Remove that, put that in here over there. Grab this one. Put that in over there. Come on. There we go. Danger.
Diaz to Resolute. The failsafes are temporarily disabled. Moving on to the EPS regulator.
Heads up, Carter.
What is that?
One of the discharges coalesced.
It's coming right toward us.
Wait, his name's Carter Diaz? Okay, gotcha. I was wondering who Carter was. Use one to equip flamer. Aim, fire. Fire the missiles.
So we gotta climb up the pylon. Not that there's really an up, but, you know.
Yeah, I got it. Oh, we've got use your phaser to clear a path. To where? Uh-huh. Oh, I see. Wish I could change the sensitivity. Okay. Oh, dang it.
Are you alright?
Yeah,
It came from behind.
just snuck up on me.
That damaged your suit. Energy dampening is down to 60%.
Keep checking behind.
We're almost to the regulator.
Come on. Die. Die, motherfucker, die. How do I know when my phaser is gonna recharge? It's weird. How come she can shoot much faster than I can?
Opening the access panel.
I am now halting the EPS flow to the port nacelle. We have little time before it causes an overload in the engine. You must work efficiently.
Oh shit. Vulcan Sherlock. Nice. Yeet.
EPS manifold adjusters reset to neutral.
Move, grab, what am I supposed to do here? Adjust control. Oh, I see. Okay, gotcha. Alright, we'll put that one in the middle there like that. And then we want the white one? No, we have to keep going this way. No, can I not go that way? I cannot go any further that way. Or that way. Right, so, okay. No, yellow one. Aha, alright. So maybe put that there. No, that's not going to do it. I don't know. I don't know. Let's just put everything in the middle. Ah, we just put everything in the middle. Gotcha.
The port warp engine are back in balance. Almost done. Once I cycle the manifold nozzles, Chobot can...
That be a problem. Captain Redshirt, no! Duck?
DS to bridge. We just lost the docking clamp.
Oh shit. Hang on a second. Quick check on my grandmother again. Be right back. Oh, good in there. Star Trek Hood. What did she say? Was thrilled Jara followed her advice and chose to raise the shield, but then this guy's unhappy. He was disappointed she chose not to heed his recommendation to use the deflector pulse. Well, you know, she said it was better. I have to assume she had a reason for that. You can't blame me for that.
We can't finish the EPS regulation in these conditions. Please advise.
We have to release the ship from that other docking clamp or the hull will be ripped apart.
There's a problem. The clamps are supposed to disengage automatically in an emergency, but it's not working.
Not working.
What are our options?
The docking clamps are fitted with exploding bolts for an emergency release.
We've got crew out there. That'd be like setting off a bomb next to them.
Maybe there's another way.
Starbase is hailing us.
Put him through.
Resolute, the remaining mooring arm is failing. You need to disengage from the starbase now. The damage to the station will be catastrophic.
Alright, we're onto it.
All right, Starbase, we're on it.
Acknowledged.
Commander, hear me out. Reverse the polarity of the hull, which theoretically will repel the docking clamps.
And repel the engineering crew right off the hull into the storm.
This is Captain Solano. Put me on screen.
Go ahead. Captain, we have a situation.
Commander, what are you doing? Blow the bolts on the docking clamp.
The captain doesn't know the whole story.
I'm giving you an order.
Yes, sir. I said I'd do follow your orders.
Disengaging the clamps.
This is on you, mustache.
Debris out there.
The captain made himself quite clear.
Reverse the polarity.
There is protocol.
Blow the bolts.
We're going to blow the bolts.
It's a direct order.
Stand by. We'll warn our crew to take cover.
Get it done, Rydek.
Repair crew, this is Acting Captain Jara Rydek. Be advised, you have more micro debris incoming. Find cover.
Find cover. So what did all this say? Please reply before his order and blew the bolts on the docking clamp for heat of the moment. I was worried when it seemed Jara was willing to follow orders from Starbase to disengage the docking clamps when the crew was at risk, and she was even more worried when Jara seemed to be willing to follow Captain Solano's orders without trying to explain the situation. She was disappointed when Jara followed Captain Solano's orders to put the crew at whole risk. Well, you're an idiot. Well, I see where you're coming from. Westbrook was worried while it seemed that Jara was willing to follow orders from Starbase, blah, blah, blah. And he was troubled when Jara seemed willing to go without trying to explain the situation. Ultimately, he was dismayed when Jara followed. Oh my god, dismayed. Ermont was troubled when it seemed Jara was willing to follow orders from Starbase, and he was even more concerned, respected Jara's confidence following Captain Slatter's orders, even though he had some conflicted feelings. Kovac approved of Jara's decision to follow Captain Slatter's orders, to blow the bolts. Vincent Calloway was grateful for Jara's helpful guidance when he was nervous on the shuttle flight. That guy again. That guy again. Cool. Don't press escape.
Cover? Nilly, get under the access panel. It's armored with uranium.
But what about
That
you?
is not under. I will do the same thing.
Maybe we can both fit behind this.
Open the panel.
They've blown the other docking clamp. Hurry!
Oh no. Oh no. Get murderized thing. Just shooting people now. Or are they people? Well, they're not people, but you know what I mean.
Plasma imbalance is reaching critical condition. We are moments from primary system failure.
I got it.
That way. Oh, we're doing back, doing this again. Hiya. Hiya. Ah. It's stuck. It's stuck. Come on, man. Everyone's going to die. Not enough room on my mouse pad. Good work, finally. Just been standing there this whole time. W plus W. How do I press W twice? Oh, beamed in the head. Grab it.
I got you.
Emergency teleportation to sickbay.
Hurt and unconscious. I'm gonna have to tow her back to the airlock.
Mr. Diaz, the situation has changed. You are at risk of triggering a substantial electromagnetic arc if you approach the main hull the way you came.
But Commander, the way we came is the nearest airlock.
There is an auxiliary hatch near you on the far end of the pylon. You must bring Miss Edsallard there to access the interior.
If you say so.
Go there now.
Don't they have teleporters? Where's my transporter? Where's my transporters going? Just beam us out of here.
I'm at the auxiliary hatch.
What? Apparently she's fine.
You go first.
What?
Let me save your neck this time.
Just got concussed.
No time to fight me on this.
No way, you first.
Get in there.
Not on your life.
Let's not let it come down to that.
Why were we sitting there arguing about who went first? Grab it, man. Oh no. Oh no. Carter Diaz. What was that? What was that? What was that? Edsallard. Edsallard was grateful when Carter put her safety ahead of his own out on the hull. Ain't no thing.
We made it.
Booyah. Oh, he wanted them dead.
Do it.
Westbrook's some kind of murderer. Cold-blooded murder. The price of duty.
Nearly.
I'll say it was nearly a close thing indeed. Nearly died. Oh no. I have been infected.
Medical. Got one wounded at my location. Carter. You don't look so good.
Gonna move on, man. Hurry the damn up.
You gotta be more careful. I just got here. I'm not ready to see you two get blown to space dust just yet. Now let's get you down to sickbay.
Great.
Uh-oh. The camera's gonna crash into the roof.
Status report.
The repair crew made it inside. EPS flow is back to nominal levels. The SIF is back up.
How does this affect mission readiness, Mr. Ermot?
The Resolute suffered damage from the exploding bolts, but we've successfully moored to the station. The ship is secure. Our systems are coming back online, but we have a fair amount of repairs before we're ready to go.
Put a halt on the roll-off of Starbase engineering staff. We have a schedule to keep. Send updates to my ready room. Commander Rydek, with me.
Your face is with me.
What a debacle.
And a schlomozzle.
Not even on my own ship when the wave hit. I had to go running out of the Starbase commander's office just to... But you followed my order. I appreciate that.
You are the captain.
You're the captain of this ship. You give orders, and I'll execute them.
That's right.
That is actually the job.
But you see my problem, don't you?
What's your problem? Jara reaffirmed Captain Solano's trust and confidence in her by demonstrating loyalty, honesty, and integrity in the aftermath of the crisis at the space dock.
They were all against me on that bridge. And they were ready to go against my orders.
You're wrong about them.
I think you're wrong about that. You still have the respect of the crew, and we have bigger things to deal with. We have a high priority mission ahead of us and a lot to do to get ready.
We're going to have a pretty big problem if I can't count on the bridge staff. To say nothing.
Maybe you can. Stop whinging. Ah. Straight to the alcohol. Good on you, mustache.
Oh. Drink?
Constantly. Sure.
Sure. Thank you.
Don't we have work to do?
Your predecessor, Commander Sutherland, is missed. But for all the adoration of the crew, including the senior staff, I just couldn't rely on him. He would question, undermine me in front of the crew. I sometimes think they still hear his voice. That sort of thing is a way of lingering.
This is a fresh start.
And you can't argue with a ghost.
Well, you can.
Captain, perhaps you and the crew would be better served if you look at this mission as a fresh start.
You can never really leave the past behind.
If we don't, you can never move forward.
Now, this won't be easy. But I'm glad I have you here with me.
Glad to be here, Captain.
And despite it all, we got our final Starfleet clearance to depart.
When did that happen?
You'll fetch Mr. Ermot. We'll knock out the final details of any outstanding repairs, and then we'll set out for Hotari.
Yes, sir.
finish it. I'm gonna go have another 15 of these.
Ready or not, here we go.
Is that his? Let's make it so. Ready or not, here I come. All I ask is a dull ship and the wind to guide me.
All departments reporting full mission readiness. We've got our full complement on board.
This is my favorite moment, right now.
The start of a new mission is always full of possibility.
The Orion Syndicate could sell it as a drug.
Oh, drugs. Yes, let's have some drugs. This whole ship is full of people on drugs. It's clear. It's very obvious.
Captain on the bridge.
Ah, we've got the jitters again.
Sit. Sit, everyone. You all know, I'm not big on speeches. We're embarking on the first mission since our refit. Let's make it a good one. Disengage docking clamps.
Docking clamps released.
Thrusters ahead, Mr. Handar.
That's right, Mr. Handar. Full speed ahead. Damn the torpedoes. Never give up, never surrender. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Did they get an AI to write this music?
For the Hotari system. Prepare to go to warp 8.
Aye, Captain.
You know what? You take this one.
All right, let's get the fuck out of here. Make way.
Helm, make way.
Make way.
It's a sailing term.
I know that.
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
Easy. Thank you. I'm fine. Really.
You fell over sitting in your chair? Okay.
You don't look so good.
Uh-oh. I'm out of Duridium. Or, it was Duridium. God. How did I remember that? Thought I was just saying some bullshit.
Go.
I need Duridium.
Well, that was quite a scare. A few minutes more and it would have been one of the shortest tenures on record for a first officer.
Is that the engineer that was out on the hull?
That storm did a real number on him, but he'll live. Just needs rest. You should worry about yourself. Your Duridium levels got dangerously low and destabilized your cell structure.
This is definitely one of the more memorable first days I can think of.
My name is Dr. Aram Duval, Chief Medical Officer. To be honest, I've never met a Kobliad before. You're
rare. I know.
I was going to say special. Your people's numbers have dwindled, despite the Federation's efforts to find a more readily available alternative to the Duridium you need to survive.
Thank you for that exposition.
Starfleet and managed to thrive.
Thank you for telling me something I would have already known, no doubt.
Maybe even a burden at times.
No, it's an honor.
It does make me unique, but it's not a burden at all. I'm honored to be Kobliad, to represent my people.
As you should be. And don't worry, I won't treat you like a science experiment. I just do the science and leave the experiments to Solano.
To Solano.
Agree with his methods?
Who's Solano?
I don't agree with his definition of acceptable risks.
John was Solano. We don't have... Oh, it's the captain.
Not when the lives of your crew are at stake. My professional opinion is that the accident took a toll. More than he's willing to admit. He's overstressed.
Are you undermining your own captain?
Of his own mind, which is never a good headspace when the lives of your crew are at stake. What concerns me is that now he's even further away from the thing he's been chasing his entire career. The breakthrough discovery. The major innovation.
I won't let that happen.
I hear you. But that's my job, isn't it? To make sure that doesn't happen. And we don't lose sight of the bigger picture.
Which is exactly why I'm so glad you're here. We need you now more than ever. I have to admit, I was concerned when I heard what happened on the bridge.
Why is that great? Why is that great? Dr. Duval was impressed by Jara's sense of responsibility to the crew, but would rather see her thinking independently than following Captain Solano's every order. I literally chose the one that was, I'll do the right thing kind of thing. Exactly.
Just followed Solano's orders despite having better options in front of you.
Huh. I guess word travels fast around here.
It's a small ship, and everyone's curious about the new XO. Fortunately, your cell structure is almost completely stabilized.
It was a direct order.
But I do feel it's my responsibility to remind you, without regular infusions of Duridium, you will not live. It's as simple as that.
Understood.
Then, my work here is done.
Your face is done.
Lieutenant Bedrosian.
I came to see if you were okay. We were all
You
pretty worried on the bridge. No one knew what
stop
was
stalking me? Please don't worry.
I don't want anyone to worry. This is just part of who I am. It doesn't define me.
Of course. I completely understand. And I would probably feel the same way if I were you. You trusted me earlier with the shields, and I appreciated that. I want you to know that I have your back.
Thank you.
Yeah, following me around like a puppy.
Now, Carter, the emissions that gave you that burn are quite unusual, like everything else that goes with this storm. That's the combination of
cool
hydrogen
scar,
and
man.
Electrazine to counter the radiation effects. That should help speed your healing. She's come by a couple of times to see you already. Be brief.
Alright, let's make this quick.
It's good to see you awake again. I was starting to get worried. Not that you aren't in good hands with Dr. Duval.
Thanks for checking on me.
One hell of a shot, though.
I hear you've been checking in on me. Thanks for that.
One of the benefits of working a security rotation. Lots of opportunities to walk by sickbay and stop in. Millie was looking in on you too, by the way. But since it's just us right now, I had a chance to think about this while I was away. And I thought it was important that I just come out and tell you.
You can tell me anything.
Instead of tiptoeing around it.
It's okay, Miranda. You can tell me anything.
I know that.
Then come on. Just spit it out.
I'm trying. Let me talk. What I'm trying to say is, we've been really good friends for a long time. But I got back here and I couldn't ignore it anymore. I want to see if there's more between us than just being friends.
I have feelings for you too.
You don't have to explain it. I feel the same way. There is something between us.
So, do you want to find out what that something is?
No.
If it's there for you,
Absolutely.
Are you kidding me? I just said yes.
I wanted to be sure I heard that right.
Sorry to interrupt, but the patient needs to rest if he wants to get back to his old self.
Dr. Duval was impressed by Jara's sense of responsibility to the crew, but would rather see her thinking independently than following Captain Solano's every order. What? Miranda was thrilled to learn Carter's feelings for her attempt towards the romantic, and she looks forward to seeing where this relationship might go.
Of course. I'll see you again soon.
If her eyeballs don't fall out. Or his. She's like, goddamn children. These goddamn children in my sick bay. Cast adrift. Aren't we supposed to pick someone up?
Helm, bring us out of warp.
Dropping to impulse.
Aren't we taking someone? Oh, he's a Bajoran.
Ionic interference surging, Captain.
Dude.
We can take it.
We are at the correct coordinates to meet the shuttle.
Commander Rydek, find us our
Ah, he's already there.
Aye, Captain. Let's reduce the noise. Filter out environmental signals. I can manually tune what's left for Federation signal types.
Gotcha. Meow, meow, meow. There it is. Right there.
I've located the shuttle.
Opening comms.
On screen.
Oh no.
Resolute. Shuttle to Resolute. Debris field. Lost maneuvering. Losing.
I can't get it any clearer.
We won't get a transporter lock. It's just not happening.
Power up the tractor beam. We'll pull them directly into the docking bay.
Dude, this guy.
Diaz, you good to run the tractor emitter?
Yes, sir.
Wasn't I just in sick bay?
I'm sure.
Oh, him. Literally just got told I had to rest?
Come on, Diaz. First thing, lock onto the shuttle and stabilize the rotation.
Stabilize. There we go. Excelsior.
We're pulling in debris.
I'm on it.
What am I supposed to do? Use the tractor beam to deflect the okay. Come on, get her out of here. Oh my god, there's not enough fucking room on my bloody thing. Nice. Beautiful. Oh no. It's a giant exclamation mark.
That's gonna take out the shuttle. There's the bridge. There's a large piece of debris headed for the shuttle. The tractor beam can't handle it.
Fire the torpedoes.
Take it.
I believe so.
Commander Rydek, plot an intercept course.
On it.
Field the display trajectory asteroid. Okay. Plot intercept course. Forward much.
Here we go. Maneuvering thrusters bearing 53 Mark 17. 200 meters on an intercept course.
Maneuvering.
Yes. Ramming speed. Today is a good day to die.
Hard on the bridge.
We're hardly working, come on. Refocus tractor beam. Meow. Get nerded, nerd. Da-da-da-da-da-da. What was that person doing? Dancing?
We've got the shuttlecraft on board.
Good job. We're on our way down to meet them.
Who is it? I have some idea because I did see something somewhere about someone. Yeah. It's Spock!
So to speak.
Ambassador Spock.
Spock! Spock!
The captain will be right down to meet you, sir.
In that case, I will wait for him here.
Good voice acting. God, I hope it's not AI. Sorry for the rough landing.
Apologies for the landing, Ambassador. I was operating the tractor beam, sir. I take responsibility.
It was not the smoothest transit, but you got us here safely. That is what matters. We thought we were prepared for our arrival in Hotari space, but it is evident my craft was not sufficiently robust for such intense ionic activity.
The storm has been pretty intense.
There was an element that was most unusual. Before you came to our aid, our maneuvering thrusters and impulse engines were rendered inoperable. So we attempted a short traversal at warp speed, only to find that we could not achieve warp at all, even though our diagnostics computer showed no faults or anomalies.
Illogical.
What do you make of that? When all indications say that warp speed is possible, but in practice,
Probably this storm.
we find it is not.
Well, this storm is one of the strangest phenomena we've ever encountered. It's disrupted other systems. Who knows what it might do to a warp drive?
Yes, it would seem further investigation is called for.
No shit.
Take readings, run some additional diagnostic checks, and we'll get to the bottom of this.
Quite logical.
What was that maneuver?
Carter Diaz. Sir.
Thank you.
Ambassador Spock,
Excuse me.
I'm honored to have you aboard. I'd like to get right to it. We're already behind.
Then what was the point of going down there? Could have just had Spock go to where he needed to be. And the captain could have been waiting there. A provocation to war. What's her name? Jara.
Ambassador Spock, my senior staff.
Wait, I haven't. So, crew. Was there something new with Carter here? No. Latent main engineering. Blah 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 blah. Demonstrating ability. Alright. No, there wasn't.
It's not every day that a captain gets to welcome a Starfleet legend aboard.
You flatter me, Captain Solano. But legend implies the past tense, whereas I am very much focused on our present circumstances.
I didn't mean to suggest you were stuck in the past.
Dude, this guy's so bad. We need your experience.
Your experience comes from the past. But our present situation calls for it.
True enough.
True enough.
Hoping you could fill us in.
It's life, Jim, but not as we know it.
The basics from Starfleet. Two formerly peaceful neighbors are now on the brink of war.
Indeed, and the tension between them grows fiercer by the hour. Elydia and Hotari. Elydians are the more advanced species. They made first contact with the Hotari over a century ago. This is Tau, the Hotari moon. It is rich in dilithium, and for decades, the Hotari and the Elydians have shared a mining operation there. The Elydians provide the technological resources, while the Hotari have served as the labor force.
Slaves, huh?
The ability of that arrangement was the source of their peace, until recently. The Hotari have suddenly and forcefully seized control of the mining operations and expelled the Illidians from their
Nice, good on them.
system.
Seize the means of production.
That is the official story, as told by the Hotari when they requested Federation mediation. But the details remain scant. Communications between all parties have been limited by the ionic interference.
Can the Hotari hold the mines?
What are the Hotari defensive capabilities? Do they stand a chance to hold on to the mines now that they've taken them?
It is unlikely the relatively primitive Hotari forces would prevail against the Illidian fleet in open war. But it would have been equally unlikely to predict they could take possession of the mines until they did just that, which leaves many unanswered questions. Left unchecked, this conflict will result in more bloodshed, which is what we are here to prevent.
And the dilithium trade hangs in the balance.
Clearly, the Hotari have been exploited in this relationship.
Maybe we can persuade them peace is the more profitable alternative for everyone.
Are they capitalist?
From the mines. And for the Hotari, something is better than nothing.
They'd still be exploited.
Peace is our objective, after all.
We can call it profitable or mutually beneficial, but at the end of the day, the Hotari are still being exploited for their own resources.
True peace is not merely the absence of war. And as such, this conflict will surely come again.
Neither the Illidians or the Hotari are members of the Federation, so we can't make them do anything.
There is an additional complicating factor I should mention. In the past, the Federation has relied on the Illidians as a source of dilithium.
That certainly changes things.
Federation sources its dilithium from a lot of places.
So I guess we're culpable.
This is one of them.
So we've already played a part in this.
Unfortunately, that is indeed the case, Commander Rydek.
We're morally obligated to make this right.
Hold on. Our only obligation is to negotiate the peaceful resolution of this conflict.
Given the Federation's involvement in the Illidium dilithium trade, Captain Solano and I must make every effort to appear neutral in these negotiations.
Spark! Notice Jara's keen intellect and unique insight into the dynamics of the Hotari-Illidian conflict during the mission briefing.
What worries me is if this whole thing unravels and we're at the mercy of the storm at less than full strength.
We can't let it come to that.
Considering what the Ion Storm has done to our ship and the Ambassador's shuttle, we have to assume the Illidian fleet has had problems with it as well. This recent surge in the energy disturbance temporarily levels the playing field.
Commander Westbrook is correct. The energy anomalies around the Hotari systems have been noted in the past.
This buys us some time.
But they have never been observed on the orders of magnitude we have seen in recent weeks.
I feel like the Hotari are responsible for the
Instead
storm.
of shooting at each other, that actually helps us negotiate a peace.
And we'll take advantage of that as long as it works in our favor.
And when it doesn't?
All the more reason to learn as much about it as we can while we are here. We do not want to be caught unprepared, should the energy anomaly continue to fluctuate. So I trust we understand our circumstances.
We're operating on a strict timetable here, and we're going to be leaving for the negotiations shortly. Commander Westbrook, I want you to leverage our systems to investigate the anomaly from here while we're gone.
Aye, Captain.
Thank you all.
Dismissed.
I want to speak to both of you privately.
Yes, sir. Admiral Spock. Oh, Ambassador.
Formal introduction. My first officer, Commander Jara Rydek.
Commander, as you are aware, there are limits to what Captain Solano and I can do in our official capacity as representatives of the Federation. But someone in an unofficial capacity, your first officer, for example, would not be bound by those restrictions.
Dodgy.
Commander Rydek could ingratiate herself to certain parties behind the scenes, where they may be more candid in revealing information that could lead to a resolution.
A spy.
She certainly goes her own way.
Whatever it takes.
That helps in this case.
I'm perfectly happy to work outside the lines.
And by extension, you will be doing your duty, Commander.
Just not too far outside the line. Well, I hope Commander Rydek will have more luck finding out what really happened than we will through official diplomatic channels.
Comes mission briefing also noted Jara's positive attitude when presented with her back channel mission.
The fate of the negotiations, the interests of the Federation, and the prospect for peace may very well depend on it.
So no pressure. Bruh. Jesus. Time for a break. Time for a break. 3-minute, 5-minute break. I'll be back. Right. Now, is Bedrosian looking unhappy like this because she's unhappy? Do they, and him as well, and him? Do these pictures change? I think they might. I think they might. That's cool. Navigational complexities. Oh, we're in trouble now. Why is she giving me the eye?
You have already discussed the warp drive failure with Ambassador Spock?
I have.
It is imperative that the Ambassador's shuttle be flight ready. I need you both to ascertain the root cause of the system failures he encountered.
I'm surprised, Commander. I thought you would have wanted to work on Ambassador Spock's shuttle yourself.
I respect the Ambassador and his many accomplishments, but I do not derive any satisfaction from interacting with his shuttle as if it were somehow transubstantiated through its association with him. Especially when I have the entirety of this starship to concern myself with.
It's just a shuttle.
When you look at it logically, yes, it is just a shuttle. No different than any of the others.
There is plenty that is different about it, and that is what you are to investigate. But please limit your findings to observable scientific phenomena.
We'll try.
Phenomena. Ba-da-da-da-da.
Then I will leave you to it. Make note of any abnormalities in your report. Carry on.
It seems like he's warming up to us.
Why doesn't it take me to the guy? The Commander Chovak agreed with Carter's purely logical approach to working on Ambassador Shock's Spock's shuttle. Yeah, see, he was upset before. Wait, does orange mean something? No, they're all orange. They're all orange. So it's just what they look like. Because he was looking upset before, now he's looking happy.
Yeah.
Even Chovak has to look at that face and know you've earned some real respect. And I have to admit that I owe you one. You were right to make me go first.
You don't owe me shit.
Thinking.
You've pulled me out of trouble how many times? Call it even.
Okay. At the very least, maybe I can track down that bottle of Saurian brandy you're still on the hook for. But first, we have work to do.
What you talking about, Willis? Edsela was reminded how much she values her friendship with Carter when he said she doesn't owe him anything for letting her go first on the hull. Damn straight.
All set. Let's run the diagnostic.
What am I doing? Diagnostics. Begin diagnostic. Everything is okay.
Oh. I know about your talk with Miranda.
You do?
She sent me a Priority 1 dispatch right after your conversation.
Right. Oh my god, the eyebrow.
For you. Both of you.
Thanks.
But I'm only going to tell you this once. Don't screw this up. Because I would be very unhappy if you tried this out and then, I don't know, 6 weeks or 6 days later, I have to start splitting holidays between the two of you. All because things went south and you're not on speaking terms.
Are you upset?
That just isn't gonna work for me.
Are you upset?
Not on your life, Diaz. But you need to be careful. I like my friends and I like our group. I don't want to lose that. Is that thing done yet?
Yeah, it's wrapping up. Let's see. The relays along the primary EPS are blown. The backup relays are all intact.
An EPS overload from the warp drive could cause that. But how did the shuttle end up dead in the water?
Huh. Well, maybe the ship's data recorder can tell us something.
Sure. It was flashing. We saw it.
Here.
Boom.
They were only about 8 minutes from their plotted warp point. No faults, just those warnings. What are they?
What are you looking at? What is she looking at? Warp field.
The warp field became inverted suddenly.
I've seen this happen when the center warp coil cracks.
A cracked warp coil throws a fault code.
Still, we should take a look.
Warp cascade failure.
There was a complete warp cascade failure.
Wow. They're lucky the shuttle didn't turn inside out.
Makes me think the computer panicked on the warp field equation.
It's inside out, and it exploded. Subspace variance.
Subspace variance out of tolerance. What does that mean?
It means the main navigation array lost sight of space somehow.
Will the array going offline cause that?
Yes, but it should have also thrown a fault code. Any one of these failures should have thrown a fault.
If it was caused by a system failure.
None of this caused the relays to blow. Roll forward to when that happened.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So here, they take a moment to get their bearings and they attempt to re-engage the warp drive.
There. That's the relays blowing.
And look, there's another warp system alert.
Another one?
They're all the same. Subspace variance out of tolerance, or warp inversions. Finally, there's a complete warp cascade failure.
Then it's one of two things. Either a warp coil is cracked or the navigation array is offline.
That makes sense.
Divide and conquer. You want to check the warp coils or the navigation array? I'll check the other.
I'll do the navigation array, like who gives a shit?
Is likely broken.
I'll check the navigation array.
Tricorder usage. Your tricorder can record and analyze data. Looking through it will reveal the unseen. Use to equip your tricorder. Hold down, scan glowing objects. You must be close to some objects to scan them. Watch the frame of the screen to see if you are too far away. Bro. Oh, that's inside the shuttle. Okay, cool. Tricorder. How do I get inside the shuttle? I apparently don't. Wait, what? Alright, hang on. So, obviously that green thing, right? Green. Ah. Some objects you can scan will activate a deep scan. During deep scan Q&E to switch between different scan modes and search for glowing objects. The mode indicators on the tricorder will blink if there's an object to find in that mode. When you have scanned all objects to the frame will change color. Hold left mouse, but right mouse button. Turn on. Don't finish the screen. What? Oh, I see. Biological, chemical. Shuttle subspace sensors are vulnerable to backscatter interference from other internal systems. Filters help attenuate such radiation and keep sensor data clean. The subspace sensor array monitors the gradient transitions between normal space and subspace while the vessel is traveling at warp speeds. No physical damage detected. Radiation scan. The isolinear circuits powering the subspace sensor array are functioning normally. Biological? Biomological. Oh, I see. Complete scan.
Navigation array checks out, so it must be a coil.
Except it's not. Checked and double checked.
Well, the readings don't lie.
Here comes the security detail for the way team.
Oh, she's so dead. Basically, Captain Redshirt.
Hey.
I'm not here.
We're escorting the negotiating team to the surface as soon as they come down from the bridge. I don't want to interrupt some important work. I was just hoping to see you before I go.
Oh, she's so dead.
The captain and the others will be here any minute now. Should be
Always got time for you, baby.
Come on, I'm never too busy to make time for you.
That's...
Oh, more eyebrows.
No, but I am glad you came by.
No, that's more accurate.
I gotta be precise with you, huh?
Hey, Maris. Aren't these those button pushers you're always hanging out with?
Ah, the bullies.
Laser jockeys we always beat in Parisi squares, right?
All aboard for Hotari.
That another one of the captain's railroad things?
Gotta be. I just usually zone out by the time he gets to the whole, steam engines were the warp drives of their day part. Catch y'all later.
You don't want to miss your train.
I do have to go. Not gonna lie, I'd rather not leave right now.
Come back safe.
More important things on my mind.
Nah, Kissa. Let's just get straight to it. Let's just get straight in there. Jank.
That was nice.
Yeah, well, good luck on your away mission where you're going to die, probably.
You've got a deal.
Be seeing you.
Okay, maybe she's not going to die because that is so obvious that she's going to die. Jesus Christ. Miranda won't soon forget her romantic kiss with Carter when they were saying goodbye in the docking bay. She'll forget it if she's dead.
Etzelarda Diaz. If you could float back down to reality, we still have a ways to go.
No shit, Sherlock. Yes, ma'am.
All right, where were we?
So
In the middle of the night.
Fine, but the nav computer doesn't seem to think so.
I'm out of ideas short of field stripping the shuttle from bow to stern.
You want to take this out of the shuttle and throw it on the bench?
Oh, real hands-on maintenance. I like it. Okay, the nav computer is patched into the ship.
The ship's computer can double-check our work. If the shuttle's nav computer is putting out
That's
false
not
data,
a good idea.
Let's run through the shuttle's logs again.
Running now.
Yeah. Bam.
Same. Warp field inversion and a cascade failure. However, the Resolute computer doesn't show the same subspace variance.
We're in the same conditions that the shuttle was in when it failed. Why wouldn't the ship's computer get a matching result?
What if the subspace variance was a momentary occurrence?
That's a possibility, and it would explain why the simulation under our current sensor readings failed to reproduce the issue.
But a subspace anomaly strong enough to cause a warp field collapse would leave graviton ripples for days.
Let's run with the momentary subspace variance theory for now. Roll forward to the shuttle's attempt to re-engage the warp drive. We need the conditions of space around the shuttle at the moment of warp failure.
Resuming simulation.
Yeah. We literally just did that.
Error in warp field calculation. Cochrane formula variables are out of range.
That right there. Take the shuttle sensor data from that moment.
Computer, why did the warp field calculation fail?
Warp field pressure returned non-orthogonal. Results are undefined.
Non-orthogonal.
Wait, what if we use a different ship?
Put the Resolute into the simulation instead of the shuttle.
Yeah, it should warp just fine. Unless... Computer, run the simulation with the Resolute.
Resolute simulated.
Computer, give me manual control on the warp power.
Manual control.
Static field intensity, warp 1.1. 1.2. 1.3. Warp pressure is destabilizing. Error in warp field calculation. The warp drive has experienced a system-wide cascade failure. Warp field collapsed. Subspace variance is out of tolerance. Cochrane formula results are undefined.
Bingo.
B-I-N-G-O.
Same moment when the shuttle failed to warp, so did the ship. Whatever happened to the shuttle just happened to us. The Resolute will not sustain warp.
We can't leave Hotari space.
Bruh. It's the Hotaris.
Ambassador Spock, Captain Solano, welcome to Hotari. We are honored you've come. My name is Tylos Altaris, Minister of Diplomatic Affairs.
The honor is ours, and this is Commander Jara Rydick, first officer aboard the USS Resolute. You'll find she has a keen mind and unique insight.
Honored to be here.
Between the Hotari and the Illydians.
We are honored to be here as representatives of the Federation.
I'm so glad.
These must be the representatives of the mighty Federation, the reigning authority in the galaxy. Or so we've been led to believe. Whether that's true or not remains to be seen. But, either way, we're grateful you've made the time to come to our little corner of the universe.
And you are?
This is Galvin, and this is Citron, the heroes of the revolt in the mines.
Yeah, damn Alistralians, Altalarians, whatever they were called.
This is the last time we ever have to come here.
If you'll excuse me.
I've got an ass to kick.
I think we're about to begin.
Did you hear the arrogance from that guy? I don't know what we're walking into here. But that guy was something.
Let's keep an open mind.
That may be true. But let's keep an open mind going into the negotiations. Hopefully he's just one voice amongst many.
Then let's hope he's the outlier.
The Hotari have invited us as their guests, so we must show them the proper respect.
That requires us to be nude. Take off your clothes. Dude be going for the power stance. Show strength. We're all going for the power stance.
Ambassador Spock, welcome to Holtari Prime.
The honor is mine, Your Majesty.
That the Federation would send one of their most respected representatives is not only an honor to the Hotari people and their queen, but a recognition of our stature and importance.
Let's get on with it, shall we? With all due respect to the Federation and their ambassador, they have no authority here. We are not members of their alliance. We are not subject to their rule, nor yours. We demand the immediate return of all mining operations to Elydian control, as it has been for centuries and will be for centuries more. That has always been our understanding.
That understanding has changed.
Then you invite war.
And if you cannot remain silent, you will be silenced. But his point is well taken. What is the Federation's interest in this matter? Perhaps you would have us trade one oppressor for another?
The Federation remains neutral. Our only interest is the peaceful resolution of this conflict. We are here at your request, Your Majesty.
For now.
I'm trying to keep an open mind here, but it's not easy. I thought they wanted us here.
She's tough.
Was there something you wanted to say, Captain?
Oh, no. My apologies.
And what about the Kobliad?
She's not part
She
of...
can speak for herself, can't she? Then let her.
Shit be whack, Queen. Why are you approaching her? This is not suspicious at all.
Now then, one should know their place. What you might be somewhere else is not what you are here. Which is standing before a queen. And a queen deserves respect.
I respect you. Don't worry.
How is not too much to ask. Is Hotari Prime heart of the Hotari system?
I don't know your customs.
I am unfamiliar with your customs, Your Majesty.
We may not be a powerful civilization in your eyes, but we are prideful people. You are Kobliad. Your people suffered brutal treatment at the hands of the Cardassians. Their injustice towards the Kobliad is as unimaginable as it is unforgivable. Not unlike how we have been treated by the Elydians.
As much as they'd have you believe they are the victims here, remember it was the Hotari who attacked us.
Hundreds of innocent Illyrians were slaughtered without mercy in those mines.
The blood is on their hands, not ours.
Quiet! If after all the Kobliad suffered, you finally had the chance to right that wrong, to get out from under their control, would you take it? Or would you negotiate a peace?
I can't speculate on that.
I can't speculate on something that never happened, Your Majesty. Sadly, that opportunity never came for the Kobliad.
No, it did not. But we'd be wise to learn from their example, before we too find ourselves facing extinction. The Federation is the most powerful, most advanced alliance in the galaxy. It's widely known we have an abundance of dilithium in our mines. And it's in your interest to secure a steady supply.
Your Majesty, if I may.
Ambassador Spock would have us believe you're here as a neutral party in the interest of peace. So why are you really here? I want the truth, not your Federation rhetoric.
Dilithium is a factor.
It's possible the Federation has an interest in both peace and securing a steady source of dilithium. One does not preclude or prevent the other. But that's just my personal opinion.
Given the Federation has done business with the Illyrians for decades, I would agree. It's entirely possible, if not highly likely.
What they haven't said, but...
Oh no! Oh no! They hate us now! Yara before when everyone should be in question. Okay, no, you said that. Handle the complex situation well as could be expected when Hunter has been put on the spot with the pain chamber. Ah, nice.
It's a simple truth. The dilithium trade would not and will no longer exist without Illyrian involvement. We created it for the benefit of everyone, especially the Hotari. We've given them warp technology. We've let them share in the profits. We've made their lives infinitely better than before dilithium was discovered. All of that goes away if the Federation turns a blind eye to their treachery.
That is enough of your lies! The Hotari are quite capable of running the mines. We've done so for centuries. So tell me, who deserves control of the dilithium trade and the mines on Tau? Who should the Federation recognize? The Hotari or the Illyrian?
That's a tricky one. Oh, don't get a third choice?
Only be one or the other, not both.
What if I let it go? We're experimenting on letting it go. Oh, I have to. Gotcha.
If I have to choose only one, then it would have to be the Hotari.
Well said. How could the just and wise Federation...
Well, I do think they're the ones responsible for the storm. There are no glories to be had here.
The Federation has lost all credibility.
The mines are ours. Lydia will not be deterred. We will take back our mines by any means necessary.
Then you will see more blood spilled.
I am more than willing to address your concerns, Your Majesty. Yours as well, Representative. But I suggest we could have a more productive conversation with a smaller group. Perhaps only the most essential representatives.
I suppose there is some sense to that.
God dang, out of Syrians. And these treacherous Hotarians.
I hope we meet again.
Commander Jara Rydek, Your Majesty.
It's been a pleasure, Commander Rydek.
God dang. God dang. I'm in trouble now.
Doc and I will cover everything on the diplomatic front. You make nice with the locals and see if you can get some answers. We need to find out why the Hotari are so willing to risk war. What happened in those mines?
Speak with members of each faction. Excuse me, what do you think of it? Dude, I love your glasses, but what's going on here? That's a bit... Yeah, why have you got a sniper rifle? Bro.
The captain and ambassador have it handled. I've got my own mission.
I've got my own mission. At ease. God dang Hotarians. My dude. Wait, can I use a tricorder now? And pull my... There we go. There is something here.
Such rough terrain. No
Can't see
wonder
it.
the Hotari are so tough.
Just gonna leave me hanging, huh, bro? Got nothing to say? God dang rude bastard. These Hotarians are uncivil. Appreciate water. Press F. Press F to appreciate water. Sidron.
Commander, I'm glad you've chosen to side with the Hotari.
We haven't sided with the Hotari.
The Federation would see through the Elydians' baseless claims.
I'm not on either side.
The interests of my people.
To be clear, I'm not on either side of this conflict. Our only interest is peace.
I will keep that in mind.
This dude will remember that.
I assume you were there the day the mines were seized from the Elydians.
Not seized. Reclaimed. And restored to their rightful owners. Yes, I was there. We had to be decisive. Before the Elydians could even realize their worst nightmares.
Did you have help?
Did you have help from someone else?
Hotari stands alone against the Elydian forces. We don't need help from anyone.
I doubt that.
Above all else, and that is force. The greater the force, the more certain the outcome. Any talk of making peace is just that, and worth little without the strength to secure it. Which makes me wonder about your ship, the Resolute. Undoubtedly the Federation's finest
warship? Question mark?
Ready to contend with anything the Elydians might have in store. Or is that not true?
It's a science festival.
It wasn't designed as a warship. More for scientific research and exploration.
But the Federation must have ships designed for war.
Technically, they're Starfleet ships representing the Federation. But yes.
I see.
I see. Sidron.
Pleasure meeting you, Commander. I'm sure we'll cross paths again.
Sidron will remember that. Goodbye, Sidron. You're my favorite. Ah, lovely tapestry you've got here. Or is that a rug? It'll just be a rug. Tylus, huh? Yes, yes, lovely. Lovely view.
Commander Rydek, I'm encouraged to see the Federation supporting my people. I'm afraid of what might happen without your help.
Glad to hear that.
I'm glad to hear it. I just hope you're not the only one who feels that way.
I apologize for that. These are unusual times, to say the least. Much is changing. I saw you speaking with Sidron, our national hero. I'm curious, what did he say?
He seems to be of the opinion that negotiating for peace is a waste of time.
Because force is the only blunt instrument he understands. He's a miner, not a diplomat.
Minor, not minor.
For the first time in our history, the Hotari have the upper hand. We see ourselves as strong instead of downtrodden. New voices have risen up. Old voices shouted down. Galvin and Sidron have become national heroes. Now, they have the Queen's ear. Better or worse, depending on your perspective.
You don't trust them?
I get the sense you don't exactly trust them.
I don't trust their instincts, which are leading us to war. My fear has been that the Illidians will launch an attack and crush us. You've seen their starship, no doubt. They could have retaken the mines whenever they wanted to, but it never happened. And as strange as this may sound, I'd almost say they're afraid. I just don't know what they're afraid of.
The Ion Storm. Oh, the Ion Storm.
Do you think it has something to do with the Ion Storm? Right now, it's stronger than ever, isn't it?
It's entirely possible. I'm not a scientist, but I do know the storm has knocked out all kinds of systems. So maybe the Illidians weren't willing to risk their ships, given all the interference. Since the day of the revolt, Galvin has seized control of the mines and restricted all access. No one's allowed without his personal authorization. And they've taken over a section of the palace with just as much secrecy and security. I'm told it could be something they brought back from the mines. I've made inquiries, but everyone pretends it doesn't exist.
What is it?
I suspect they're hiding something.
What do you think it is?
I've heard rumors it's some sort of ancient artifact, but I haven't seen it myself.
How can we know?
Dude, we're in a conversation here. Oh, bye.
See what's happening.
Do you think you can find out what they're hiding? I need to see proof of something before I can make my case to the Federation.
I can try, but even if I found it, I might not know what to make of it.
Take this. You can use it to capture whatever you find, and then send it to me.
Yeah, that won't be suspicious at all.
I will let you know what I find. And I look forward to our meeting again.
That's what everyone's been saying. Bro.
I couldn't help but notice you were speaking with the Hotari this whole time.
Well,
I figured in the interest of fairness, I should offer another
feel free.
perspective.
That's what I'm here for.
I'm probably not telling you anything you don't already know, but these negotiations rely on the Federation's neutrality, as does any hope you might have for a supply of dilithium in the future. So, why you would choose to side with the Hotari escapes me. Without Illidian involvement, there is no dilithium trade.
We remain neutral. Dilithium isn't my concern.
Of all my concerns, dilithium is not one of them. I could care less about securing a supply, now or in the future.
I'd be curious to know if the rest of the Federation shares your indifference. Major Charlotte Arminta, Special Attaché, Illidian Armed Forces. Pleasure to meet you, Commander.
We end with
My issue
introductions?
with Hotari, but I have to give them some credit. They know how to seize an opportunity. Inciting an uprising the same day as a massive, once-in-a-lifetime ion storm.
That's not a coincidence.
Is that this storm was just an anomaly?
Yes, a very convenient anomaly. At least that was what we were told. Of course, I wasn't there. But
What really
who am
happened?
I to say otherwise?
Something tells me there's more to the story. So what really happened?
Well, the official story is that it was the storm that enabled the revolt. How else do a bunch of unarmed, unorganized miners seize control of an entire moon, much less thousands of mines? But I've talked to people who were there. They tell a different story. They say they're lucky to have escaped with their lives. That it was more than just the storm. That somehow the miners were able to harness the energy from the storm. I know it sounds crazy. I'm not even
That
sure
helps
I believe
explain it.
myself.
You just answered your own question. How do a group of miners do something that in theory can't be done? That's how. Harnessing the storm.
But even if it's true, how does that even happen?
You tell me.
You tell me, motherfucker.
If you'll excuse me, Commander Ryder.
Report your findings to Captain Solano. Alright, I'll talk to you two. What have you got to say for yourselves? What have you got to say for yourselves? Absolutely nothing, huh? Your mouth is moving, but no sound's coming out. Oh my god, they're psychic. The Alarigians, or whatever they're called, they're psychic. That's why they look like Professor X. Going boldly. To going bold when no one's gone bold before. Oh, I could have been running this whole time.
Well, that was a disaster.
What happened?
The Hotari refused to concede anything, so the Elydians stormed out.
The Hotari did not invite us here as peacekeepers. I hope your efforts were more fruitful than ours.
Well, there was fruit involved, that's for sure. Yes, I made someone a spy.
Gravitational harmonics failing to resolve. Warp bubble stability degrading. Increase output to maximum.
Maximum. Increase warp output. 1.
Increasing warp output to maximum.
It's happening again.
We cannot warp out of here. We are doomed.
The Resolute cannot achieve warp propulsion.
Since our diagnostics rule out any problems with our warp systems or anything about the ship, the problem appears to be the fabric of space itself.
Space itself? You're saying something about this region of space prevents warp travel?
Exactly what he just said.
Prevents it or can't sustain it.
Might be the storm.
That appears to be the case.
The storm didn't stop us from leaving space dock and traveling here. But could it still be causing this interference with warp travel?
We must follow sound investigatory principles. Do not let an assumed conclusion drive your analysis.
Sometimes we need a little inspired thinking, Mr. Chovak. Captain Solano is on his way back from the negotiations, and I want to have some answers for him when he gets here.
Indeed. Given the facts at hand, we may be able to deploy subspace probes around the ship to construct a clear picture of the phenomenon.
Around the ship.
Banana. Ah. Looking straight into the camera again. The scientific method. Darmok and Jalad at Tanagra.
I'm setting up a waypoint at a distance roughly corresponding to the edge of our warp field. When we get there, I'll deploy the first probe.
Shuttle piloting. Fly the shuttle to your objective to complete the mission. Forward, backward, turn, Q&E to descend and ascend. The storm will push your shuttle around. Stay focused and maintain your course. Okay. Oh, I see. Now let's look around. There is no ascend. Oh, that's okay. No, I'm not seeing ascending or descending happening.
Systems are calibrated to receive the probe's readings. We are standing by to reproduce the warp field collapse after the first probe is deployed.
Thank you, Mr. Chovak. We'll be in position shortly.
And Mr. Diaz, do take care in piloting.
I honestly don't feel like I'm doing
Now is
anything.
not the time to indulge in the human penchant for joyride.
Ah, hang on. Oh, I see.
Chovak probably isn't such a fun guy to work for, huh?
Chovak's not so bad.
Nah, Lieutenant Commander Chovak's not so bad. You know, once you get used to him. And, I've learned a lot working under him.
I have a feeling I'm going to have to work harder. Be a political
How
animal.
do I get out? Oh, there we go, down.
This new first officer coming aboard.
So it's not really about the what's going on the map. It's just about flying through the donut. Oh, it is. Oh, I thought it was to look. It is to turn. Yeah, okay. So that's what's going on. All right, cool. Mouse to move, to look, to turn. Don't need it. I was trying A and D. I wasn't doing anything. Ah, we've arrived at the waypoint.
Transporting the first probe into position.
Nasu. Do your thing, probe.
Westbrook here. The first probe is deployed.
Understood. We are reading it. We are about to replay the simulation.
Problem? I'm just not getting any traction with her. Commander Rydek. She rejected my plan to use a deflector pulse against the storm surge. She didn't listen to me when you were out on the hull and I was trying to make it safer for you. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the new XO. I'm sure she's a fine officer, even if we don't see eye to eye. But
Got that Mark Anthony here.
what the rest of us did. You know that. And it's hard to figure out why she'd be the one Solano.
You should give her a chance.
Well, one of us.
I've heard some good things. You should at least give her a chance.
I'll take that under advisement.
Test is running. Warp field collapse in 3, 2, 1, mark.
Bruh.
Whoa. All right, that is definitely a problem with the fabric of space. We need to get another probe out there.
Goddamn fabric of space.
With 2 points of data, the Resolute and the probe, we've managed to get an interference pattern. I'm setting a waypoint to a particularly strong area of interference. We'll deploy the second probe there.
Sounds reasonable, sir. And I'm still trying to A and D for some reason.
Wish someone had given me. Make sure you're never just one thing. And don't get so focused on what's in front of your face that you lose sight of the big picture.
Sure.
Before Rydek showed up, the captain pulled me into his ready room and told me he didn't think I had the people skills to be first officer.
Well, that's certainly true.
What a load of crap.
Thanks for the advice.
I appreciate the advice, Command. I'll make sure I keep my options open.
I don't need to tell you how to operate. You're already well on your way. You're a capable engineer. You're good in the field. Keep up the good work, and who knows? A solid
We might give you a red shirt.
be Commander-in-Chief of Starfleet one day. Hell, Admiral Jellicoe started as a shuttle pilot. And there are places to go in the enlisted ranks, too.
Not a bad idea.
I'd be the best leader Starfleet ever had. Lower decks always have to fix all the problems Command causes. Maybe I just save everybody some steps.
Well, don't forget about us little people when you're running things.
Of course.
Yes, sir.
You gotta remember where you came from.
Bro. Broly. Commander Westbrook enjoyed his conversation with Carter, coming away with the impression he's smart, pragmatic, and confident in his knowledge of the ship. The ship. Beep, 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 beep. Here we go. Interference in the space-time continuum or something. Boom.
This is close enough. Stop the engines. Deploying the probe. Westbrook to Commander Chovak. We're ready for another sampling of data.
Very good. Running the simulation again.
Da 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 da.
2, 1, mark.
Bro.
There it is again.
I saw it. It seems to be directional.
Well, what about the scans? Anything?
Here's the readings in relation to our local space. We've got the Resolute, Otari Prime, and the probes.
All this interference is overloading the sensor buffers. We're gonna have to triangulate the sensors manually.
Locate interference PX. What's that mean? Oh, here we go. Is that an interference PX? Move reticle. No? Not an interference. Oh, okay. There we go.
These
Gotcha.
markers indicate peaks in the gravimetric interference patterns.
Let's see if I can find some more.
See if I can find some more PX. That's that PX already. Oh, there's one on the Resolute.
Hold up. This is coming from the moon.
A beam that blocks warp travel.
Aimed right at us.
Someone is doing this intentionally. I don't know how they're doing it.
Why would they do that?
It's like nothing I've ever seen.
Why would they be doing this? We came here to help these people. And now we're getting hit by some warp-killing weapon?
Now, look here. It's current readings of the ion storm.
These concentrations, they line up with the interference pattern. The storm and this beam, they're coming from the same place.
Carter, whatever.
Yeah, I figured that out about 2 hours ago.
It's just a small part of something much bigger.
Dun da dum. Boom. That's where perfect time to leave it. 3 hours. Great game. Enjoying it. Great stuff. Good Star Trek. You know, a bunch of technical issues, but hey, we're doing all right with it. I hope you enjoyed that. I'll catch you next time. Thank you for watching. Thank you for existing. Au revoir. Goodbye. Jesus. Yes! We're doomed. Oh, no, we're not doomed. Oh, we're doomed.